right. Hey, everybody. It is episode 4 of the Voscast. This is the Professor, Blue Vos Professor Mike, joined as always by my co-host, Blue Vos Cody. Cody, how you doing?
Yo, hey, I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here as usual and ready for another episode of the Voscast.
All right. Today we are joined by our guest, Taylor D. Taylor, how are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you.
Good. You can find Taylor on Instagram at thisgirl_. You can find her also on Twitch at Thisgirltaylor. And today we're talking about building followings outside of Twitch and how they can affect Twitch. Oftentimes we look at different social media outlets and how we can use them together. And Taylor, we thought that you would be a perfect person to talk to because you have an awesome stream going, but even more so, you have almost 81,000 followers on Instagram. And that's obviously pretty awesome.
Followers.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So, I guess the first question that we want to ask you is pretty much the obvious. What's the hardest part about building a large Instagram following?
I'd have to say definitely the hardest part is just keeping your followers there. Like, you need to be active with your posting. I think that you should be active, like, with your followers and like the comments and answering back any questions anyone has and stuff like that. Definitely if you're not keeping up posting like daily, even multiple times a day, like you can lose that following. So basically just being active. 80K followers. How much time are you spending responding, replying, getting back to people? Not as much time. The comments, I don't get that many comments that it's like too ridiculous or anything, but it does help that they like added the little heart now. So like some comments can be like personal. I can actually respond, or I can just like them and just kind of like go through quick, and at least they know that I like read and saw their comment. And yeah.
So it's like
that.
Twitter, where you essentially just like the comment. If somebody's like, "Oh, you look great," you just hit the little heart instead of having to say thank you to each and every single person.
Exactly. And I'm like kind of new to Twitter, so I didn't even like realize that it was like the same thing. So
no, that's interesting.
How in depth? How in depth do you feel like you need to be within the community? At some point, right? You are. You have a brand, much like everybody has a brand. And at what point, like, do you think I need to have sort of that separation between brand and, diving in personally into that brand?
I don't really understand the question. Like,
okay. So, where's the divide? Like, where's the divide between, like, I guess, personal and professional? At what point do you have to sort of separate the two?
Well, I don't really think that I go that far into my Instagram where it has to be like obviously professional to me, like, because I do a lot of like lingerie or bathing suit pictures, and like that's as far as I'm gonna take it. That's like professional for me. Like, I think my Instagram is very tasteful, and I would never want it to be to a point where anyone came to my Instagram and didn't think where they thought otherwise, kind of thing.
Right, where you cross that line, or you were responding to comments that were not ideal.
Right, yeah, and I actually try to even just like go through my comments and delete comments like that, because I don't want other people to have to see something like that if they came to my page.
Right. So, now there's a ton, like there's a lot of Instagram profiles out there with a lot of models, a lot of various pictures and whatnot. Was it slow at the beginning, like getting started?
Well, funny story. When I first got Instagram, I was actually just I'm into photography. I've kind of gotten out of it, but I used to be a lot more into it when Instagram first came out. So I was actually just posting my photography. I was never really posting myself ever. So I was posting pictures of like sunsets, the mountains, stuff like that. And I was getting on the popular page all the time. And so getting on the popular page really helped grow my Instagram.
So you actually
with just my photography.
You grew through your photography before you even posted pictures of yourself, essentially.
Right. And then I had actually met my ex, who I dated, Santiago, and he's a photographer. And I've actually always wanted to get into modeling. He was holding a contest. He was one of my favorite Instagrammers, but he held a contest and I entered his contest and I actually won it. And then he flew out to Colorado and we got to shoot together. And that is where the Instagram modeling came from. I kind of just like switched everything over. I deleted all. I kind of wish I would have kept the photography on there like now, but I actually went through and I deleted all the photography as I was like growing more into just wanting it to be my modeling page.
So was Santiago, sorry.
Santiago.
Santiago. We'll get that right. Santiago, did he have sort of like a large base on Instagram, or did he have like a large following as well?
Yeah. So basically when we met each other, I was at 10,000 followers and he was at 70,000 followers.
Okay. So do you think then that more so than just like gaining followers is engaging within that community and becoming almost a figurehead within that community, that the followers, if they're going to follow like someone like Santiago, they're also going to see you on there and they're going to follow you as well.
Right.
So you're almost gaining followers as a community as opposed to an individual.
Right. And I've actually thought about that. Someone asked me something like about being out in California, and is there like a community of like models and photographers of you guys just like all knowing each other just through Instagram and seeing other people's work and being like, oh, I know that model, I shot her. Or, oh, I worked with that photographer, kind of thing. So it is like a community.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it works on Twitch now. I'm noticing like you're seeing a lot of the bigger streamers teaming up, making teams, like working together to really grow their following as one, essentially. And
and that's like my favorite part of Twitch is the community and how amazing everyone is and how kind and generous, and everyone just wants to help each other out.
Cody, I think we're going to have to give you like a spicy name for your Twitter.
Yeah, we'll have to think of something.
Yeah. Send Santiago or something.
Something spicy.
Yeah, we're going to have to mix it up.
I like spicy.
We'll have to build up that. Yeah, Blubosito Cody or something like that. So
yes.
So I guess that's a good transition into Twitch. So you're on Instagram first. What happened? Like, at what point do you get into Twitch?
So this is a funny story. Is I didn't even know what Twitch was. I'd never heard of it. I was just playing video games. I would sometimes Snapchat, like sitting here drinking a cider with like the controller on my lap, and I'm just like, yay, day off, video games. And this one guy would always hit me up and he would like send me messages like, you like, excuse me. He's like, you love video games, you should stream on Twitch. And I kept ignoring it because I thought that it was like maybe a sexual, like he wanted me to like stream, because my Instagram, I figured it was just like me streaming in my underwear for guys to like look at kind of thing. So I was just like, no, I'm not interested in whatever this Twitch website is. And he wrote back and he was just like, no, it's completely PG-13. He's like, I think you do amazing. And like, here's just a couple people to check out. He sent me like 3 girls to check out and I watched them. And I was like, wow, this actually looks like a lot of fun. Like, and I think I could do this. And I love video games. So tell me more about it. And so this person is actually Maddie Pure. And we've been talking every day since then, about over a year. And he basically who created me, as in Twitch, like Thisgirltaylor, because I would not be here without him ever finding me and telling me to stream. So.
And just another reminder, you can find Taylor at Thisgirltaylor on Twitch. So what games were you playing before Twitch?
Well, my old roommate had a Nintendo 64, so I was super stoked on that. I actually went out and bought Mario Party and some Yoshi games. She had like every game there was known to man. So I was doing that a lot. And then I finally got my PlayStation, and I actually just was playing Destiny and then Tomb Raider. And then, yeah, I think it was just those 2 games to start.
And so what did you start playing when you started? What did you stream on Twitch?
I basically streamed Destiny. Okay. Destiny was a huge part of, I was like obsessed with it.
Have you tried doing any like retro Twitch stream, like going back into like the Mario parties or, the Yoshi games?
Oh, absolutely. I want to really bad. I just like, I'm so new. I'm still like learning everything. And I know I'd like have to, I don't really know how I would do it right now, streaming those games. I would have to get like, I don't know.
You'd need an emulator of some sort to probably do it.
Yeah.
People do it though. It is possible.
I know. And I've seen them do it and I want to do it. It's just one of those things. It's just like on my wish list of things to do in the future kind of thing.
See, I'm the purist of like the entire Bluebos team. I'm the Mario 64. I'm the Pilot
Wings.
I'm the Chrono Triggers and the Final Fantasies. And and then we got Bluebos Cody, and we got Taylor, and we got Derek, who are the Destinies, the Overwatches, the Call of Duties. And so we got a strong mix here. So we're digging your vibe on all ends here.
Awesome.
And so what would you say is like the best tip to give someone who's looking to build a following?
Definitely just being yourself, having lots of energy, being nice. Kindness, I feel like, is a huge part. Just making sure you're having fun, you're doing what you want to do, what makes you happy, because I don't think you're going to be happy if you're not doing that. Right. And just being like engaged with your following and, appreciating them for being there.
It's funny that you say, like, the first thing you say is be nice and be kind. And I mean, Cody, I think, in looking at our Twitter and looking at some other of the social media outlets, I mean, you can get some pretty vicious people for no real reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I've seen personally some pretty savage individuals on the internet, and I don't know whether they're just doing it to get attention or whether they actually, have some sort of vendetta against that person that they're targeting. But ultimately,
I think it can be both.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. I mean, there are those toxic people, but there is a lot of really good people out there that do come and support, and you got to appreciate those people and the trolls as we all know them. You almost just gotta accept the fact that they're gonna be there. They're gonna do their thing, and you gotta kind of brush it off your shoulder and realize how many good people there are and how many bad people, per se. I guess there's no real bad person, but how many trolls there are compared to how many good people there are there to support you, and it way outweighs the negative.
Definitely. And those people that are there supporting you, like, they have your back, and, they definitely can make you feel better, and they're usually the ones chasing off the trolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just looking at, your Instagram, as you're saying, you have a lot of lingerie shots on there, and they're very tasteful. They're, they're beautiful photos. Do you get a lot of people who, like, not to say backlash, but a lot of, as much as you get so much positivity from it, is there the negative aspect that you do receive?
There is, but surprisingly, I don't get it. I mean, I've looked at other Instagrams, like, with people who have larger followings and stuff like that, and I see it on theirs like so much. And like for me, it happens like every once in a while, and it's just like one of those things that I just delete it because it's not worth like feeding into it kind of thing. And people ask me the same question. They're just like, how do you deal with it? But I don't know if I'm just lucky or if it's just because I try to put on this like positive vibe in my Instagram that maybe they just don't. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't get it that often. I'm thankful for that.
One thing that we were talking about a few weeks ago is that what really helps you specifically, Taylor, is that, you know, you have a Twitch stream, and with a Twitch stream, it goes beyond a photo, or it goes beyond, you know, a 10-second video, and we actually get to see who you are as an individual. And I mean, truthfully, you're positive, you're a happy person, and you're fun to watch because you do show that positivity. And do you think that having that outlet to, you know, sit down for an hour or so and say, you know, this is actually me, you know, beyond an isolated photo, really helps bring that sort of positivity to all your social media outlets.
Right.
So yeah, for sure. What game on Twitch right now are you currently playing?
Destiny mostly.
All right.
I'm always trying to branch out of it, but I love the community, I guess, is my favorite part. And just like everyone that I get to play with and talk to, they just like make me happy, even if I'm having like the worst day or whatever. Getting on, I don't know, everyone can just like make me laugh and distract me, and then I totally forget that I'm having a bad day. But I also stream Overwatch, and I'm just recently getting into H1Z1, and I'm like loving it.
Nice.
Yeah, those are both great games.
Yeah.
We, you know, one of the best things, the best, I would say almost the best kept secret that Bluevos has is we have our Discord, you know, the Bluevos community. And I had to tell you, every single morning, it's, hey, good morning, guys. What's going on, guys? How's the community doing? And you know, I think it's important. It was what you said, Taylor, is that positivity and absolutely doing what you love rather than doing what you feel you have to.
Right.
Yeah, it's like an extended family to some extent. You know, like there's always people asking you how you're doing, and if you have some troubles, there's always somebody there to talk to you, and it goes vice versa.
Definitely.
Okay, so we got the Twitch stream, we got your Instagram. What's the next step? What's on the horizon for you? What can we look out for in the world of Taylor?
Oh, I don't even know. My biggest concentration right now is definitely Twitch. I hope one day to get partnered. Other than that, I've maybe considered going into like acting, but that's like, I'm so shy. It's really weird. Like I'm super camera shy when it comes to like acting, because I can like, I'm fine in front of a like camera for taking pictures and streaming, but I like being in front of a stage kind of thing just like freaks me out. But I think it would be so much fun to do commercials and stuff like that. I just got to put myself out there to do it, conquer my fear.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that you can do is to overcome fear is just keep doing something, right? Repetition is the essence of learning. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So we got that. And you are, where are you based? You're down in LA, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And is there a big, do you got a big gaming community in that area, or are you right across the country?
I would say there's a big gaming community out here. I mean, are you talking about like, as in them holding like conventions? Or are you just talking about streamers that I know that are based out here?
With your streamers, yeah.
They're definitely all over the world.
Okay, so it really doesn't matter where you are then.
No, like I there's sometimes people who come into my stream and they're like, "Oh, cool, I'm from California too," but I literally talk to people all over the world, and it's crazy. It's awesome. But it is awesome.
All right. Cody, any other questions for our guest today?
Basically, I guess in regards to Twitch, what do you find? Do you find streaming, stream for longer periods to be more beneficial, or do you find streaming, when you're feeling good and hype, for a shorter amount, getting a higher quality stream is better? I'm just curious. I've asked a few streamers about this.
Yeah, I feel like it could go both ways. I mean, like if you're in a good mood and you want to get on and stream, definitely do it, because that's when you're going to be at your best, and that's when you want people to see you is at your best. But I mean, there's sometimes like you can get on and stream and hours go by, like you just don't even realize like how much time has passed.
Yeah, I can see definitely agreeing. Yeah, so you essentially for your stream, you just kind of feel it out, see how you're feeling with every.
I do. Yeah, I don't have like a set schedule yet because my work schedule is different every week, but I definitely try to get on like when I am like ready to entertain, talk to people, hang out and stuff like that. But I've also had like really bad days, and I've gotten on just to kind of distract my thoughts from that, and it's completely turned my day around.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
All right. Well, listen, Taylor, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about building followers from multiple outlets. If you want to follow Taylor, check her out on Instagram at thisgirl_, and check out her Twitch stream at Thisgirltaylor. And you can also, as always, find Bluevos. Bluevos HQ on Instagram. Follow Bluevos Cody on Twitter, and check out Bluevos on Twitch and Facebook and every other social media outlet. All right. So thank you again, Taylor, for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a lot of fun.
All right. And as always, guys, tune into the Bluevos community. And thank you, Cody, as always, for joining me.
No worries. It was my pleasure. Thanks again.
All right. And we'll check you on the next Voscast. All right. Take care, guys.